Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to day 3 of the Final Fantasy Spring Tournament for the year of 2020. Tonight we have kind of an old matchup here. We have Falk, the artist formerly known as Falconic, racing against Tarnin. Tonight with me on the mics, I do have the Edgeworth and Meridian BC. How are you gentlemen doing this fine evening?
Yeah, so far so good.
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Canuck?
Oh, doing well. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a strange party tonight. Both these runners have actually picked to go fighter, thief, no. What's your guys' take on that?
I hope everyone's ready for the long haul, because no magic till class change. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how these runners are going to tackle the early game with in these flags with no magic.
Yeah, you almost have to hope for like a weapon that casts a spell like a Thor's hammer or, a mage staff or anything that can give you some sort of sweeper spell because without that, you're going to have a rough beginning of the game unless you pick up like a Mazmoon or something in the first chest.
Yeah, the other thing I'm interested in is what does magic look like in the first 3 levels? Because that's all that they're going to have access to. And yeah, if no fast, no temper, no buffs, this is going to be a fun one. That's for sure.
Yeah, with no faster temper, you come across the Chaos who's max absorb. You're pretty much like, uh-oh.
I imagine at the very least our runners are going to be looking for defense sword and power gauntlet, as we should basically consider those required for this kind of nonsense party to get through Topher.
Yeah, we're going to be opening a lot of chests for this. But hey, they're going to get lots more experience than the regular four-man party. So maybe that'll work out in their favor.
It will if they can kill anything.
All right, I think we're about ready to let the runners go here.
All right, I'm going to release the runners right now. Yeah, like you said, Edge, the first 3 magic levels are going to be interesting. Because if there's no buffs, no cures, I mean, you're pretty much going on your... You better hope to have Arm Day going pretty well.
All right, so our runners are off in the IRC room. We're just waiting to catch up here on the video.
Ah, there we go. I don't know if you'll see them check the magic right away.
Good news, silver swords. Bad news, really expensive.
Bad news, wooden staffs. Ooh, look at that armor stuff. Wooden helmet. They can both use that, I think.
Yeah, this is looking like you might have to run up to Temple of Fiends, crack open a couple chests, and then come back here. And Tarnin's not even going to check the magic shop, just...
That's funny he didn't check the item shop either, see if there's any save items.
We got real cheap cabins, so hey, that's nice.
Pures are expensive. You better hope you don't get poisoned too often tonight.
Yeah, but the soft potions are at a kind of an all-time low, too.
Even with the cheap items, I can't imagine that this is the Canaria that our runners were hoping for. Having to buy and equip wooden staffs on your fighter to me seems like a bit of a desperation strategy.
Yeah, kind of a slick move by Volcanic there, checking the king out. You know, you never know if the Thor hammer ends up in the throne room. It can make your life a lot easier.
Looks like we got Val now heading for dwarfs. So we skipped the Temple of Fiends. I guess he doesn't feel too confident on taking on Garland right about now.
Well, we found the canal. That's the thing.
Wow, that was quick.
All right, and Tarnan at level 3 is going to go to Provoca and see if they can get some better gear.
I mean, you could probably make it past the pirates because it's not dangerous pirates on, so I can't see you having much of an issue with them unless they're hitting pretty hard.
No, we got more silver swords. We got iron staves, iron hammers, large knives, plastic swords. Yeah, this is just not so good.
Rapier's okay. They can buy one of those and equip it on their fighter or thief. Sorry.
Looks like we got a cabin in TOFR here for Falconic, as it's pronounced.
And well, it's a pretty great axe. You may not think so, but with what we're dealing with here, that's pretty great.
I like what you did there.
Our runners will think so.
Oh. All right, and the Tarnan slideshow continues. We got our first look at the pirates, and maybe the pirates are holding on to a Thor hammer.
That wouldn't be bad. Looks like boat runners have a slideshow going on here because I didn't see what was in those top 2 chests for Falconic.
I think it was a great axe and a junk item.
All right, don't try to take down Garland with a great axe.
And a punching thief, and that is a 2-hit Garland. So drink strats.
Woo, critical.
That went pretty great. All right, so we got a chime from the king.
Crystal, that's an easy turn in right away. Ooh, adamant from the pirates too.
Yeah, so we got some of the early fetch quest stuff out of the way, which is nice. I mean, nobody enjoys fetch quests, but everybody enjoys getting a little more experience for the fights that they do take.
Yeah, and also I'd be chasing these fetch quests because, like you said before, if the Thor's hammer's behind one of them, that's going to give them an awful advantage here.
I don't think we've seen what's in either of the magic shops yet.
No, neither runner has checked a single magic shop yet.
Yeah, question in chat: did Tarnan skip Temple of Fiends? Yeah, Tarnan beeline straight for Baroka after beating up some imps in the forest.
I'm sure he'll go back. I don't know if Falconic's stream froze or.
Yeah, it looks like it. I'm sure Tarnan is about to go back into Temple of Fiends here, though.
I don't know. He does got that adamant though. He might go check that out, and that would push him towards the canal.
Well, at least one thing for these runners: no canal and marsh.
Oh, Marsh would be deadly with this party comp. And there's a katana.
There's a katana, there's a ruby, there's a cabin, so there are a lot of turn-ins just opening right up here.
Yeah, especially with Fal with the canal, he could actually go check that ruby out right away. There's 2 key items right there.
No required marsh means that it should shave about probably 40 minutes off of anyone's estimate.
There could be a loose down there.
Tarnan going with the bonk stick has the iron staff on the fighter, but that's probably gonna get moved as soon as that great axe shows up. 189 gold. So
not the bonk he needs, but maybe the bonk he deserves for picking this party.
Well, we'll see what Falconic does here next. He's kind of stopped again.
Yeah, probably sailing over to Provoca is my guess. That's the one thing that's still left on the table here.
So
We got
Tarnan going to get
ice.
his chime.
Oh, we got
Oh.
a flash of the black magic shop. Ice, Slep, Quake. Yeah, a whole lot of garbage at level 2.
Crystal gave the ruby, Grandy. Question in chat.
Yeah, and the canal is in an easy spot. Tarnan will almost assuredly find it.
Yeah, when he goes to turn the adamant in, he's going to find it for sure. It will be interesting, though, to see if these runners do take a chance on Marsh, hoping for a loose. Because there's no canoe yet, so your options are kind of limited.
They are, but with the ruby giving you 2 checks, the incentivized Titans and Sarda, and also the ability to sail to Crescent Lake. I don't know. Marsh would certainly be a gamble if one of these runners think they need to make a gamble that big. I don't know, but there's certainly better things that they could be doing, in my opinion.
Yeah, including the adamant turn in. There's 4 incentive locations that we need to check out yet. So
Did the
probably a little
commentary
better use of time.
stream? Did the commentary stream stop for anybody else?
Yeah, looks like
both
we
of
got
our runners are having connection issues.
Yep, no, just slideshow for internet for both of these runners.
Feels bad. Can't even afford good internet in this day and age. There's Tarnan's canal and a couple of bucks. There's a chain armor. That'll be good.
No Hooray Dwarf check for Tarnan.
Lazy
I'm
dwarfs
disappointed.
again.
Yeah,
If he was pounding on that table with the TNT, I'm kind of scared of this cave now.
And now there's the herb. All right, so
getting all our fetch quests out of the way early.
That's really good for this party. Each of those bumps up the experience. So less fights, the better for this group.
Well, they're definitely going to need level 50. That's pretty much a given.
You think they'll need level 50?
Depending on the weapons, if they don't find the bonk or something like that, yeah, I'd say.
Oh, I think they'll be checking chests until they find the power gauntlet.
Although they got a katana, so the ninja will be set come class change.
Oh, was that Stone Touch on Kaizoku's?
Oh, I missed that.
That's good to get it out of the way early.
Yeah. That's really bad. You've only got 2 people.
Yeah. How many enemies are kicking around with Stone Touch anyway?
I'm pretty sure it's only 1.
I honestly... Oh, we get some level 3 black magic. Ooh, there's fast.
There's also fire too, but fast is the big prize there.
Yeah,
if you're only gonna...
that's going to be... I'm sorry. No, fast is one of the few spells that you absolutely want to see early to learn on a ninja.
The only thing that's going to be bad about this is no warp or exit.
Yeah, especially because the ninja is capped out at 4 spell charges, so you really want the most bang for your buck, and fast is a little bit temper or better than temper in that regard.
There's some Brack though, so that could be good too.
Yeah, also Ice 3, so there is an AoE available.
But of course, for all this to come into play, we need to find a tail and a floater and a canoe.
Yeah, how useful they are will depend on how early they find the tail.
Hey, and you want another fetch quest? The prince just handed out the Axio. And remember, this is Sea Week, so the mermaids also have something stashed away.
Didn't Falconic already get the canal?
That's interesting. I wonder if he reset.
He must have reset out because I thought he got in the canal earlier. That's how we figured out where it was.
He did. He must have either wiped or reset.
I've got chat confirming you reset out.
Ooh, we got Tarnin going for the ruby check here. So those will be 2 key items.
And 3 chests, too.
Come on, Taurus Hammer. Ooh, a slab.
Just to round out the fetch quests.
Yeah, and even nicer, we got a silver armor, too. A little bit of an improvement over that chain armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the silver armor is like 25 absorb compared to the 18 the chain gives you.
Let's see. I think chain and silver bracelet are both 15. Silver armor is 18, but the evade penalty on chain is way higher than it is on silver.
And there's some music.
All right, the old man hands over his banjo. And I think Falconic just cashed in the. Yeah, he did. He cashed in the katana for a silver sword.
Wow. Well, there is another one out there, so maybe he's hoping he's going to find the second one. And he's hoping this money here can outfit his fighter pretty well.
Yeah, if that katana sold for a little bit more, I would be tempted, because then he could throw some steel armor on the guy in the front row. And that's a real big improvement, but I don't know. It's just, you're going to be relying on the ninja to do some serious chip damage, so that katana's gonna be real big to hold on to.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's the only weapon the ninja can use that's really any good once he class changes.
Yeah, unless you throw the Masmune on him, but that's better in the hands of a fighter. So
yeah, they're definitely going to want the Masmune in this seed.
Yeah, especially with 2-man, you're gonna get you're more than likely gonna hit the 6-hit threshold with the fighter.
Ooh, Shadows with some max evade there. See if Tarnin translates the slab here.
Not gonna do that later. It's interesting.
Yeah, that could be dangerous because there's times I've forgotten about stuff like that. If it festers in your items for too long.
I hope he didn't forget.
I'm sure he'll realize once he gets to Lufane and it's Lupa Lupa, he'll be like, uh-oh.
That's a feels bad time.
Actually, 15 minutes in, our runners are making pretty good time gathering all these key items. Getting that experience boost.
Yeah, it's not a massive experience boost, but...
Oh, wow, an Oxy Ale, so there you go. Incentivize C is on the table, because they do have the boat and the canal, so you could go check C if you're really brave. Chime, so you could check Sky. I mean, there's so many chests they can check now. I'm calling Floater and Marsh. 2 hours later, still looking for a floater somewhere.
The legendary sky floater.
Yeah, that happened last night to me. We haven't seen the vendor item yet either, have we?
No.
Sky canoe would be pretty bad too.
Yeah, Sky Canoe would suck. Ooh, a crown, more fetch.
Oh boy, yeah. Now if you're Tarna, do you go back?
You gotta chase them.
Astos is going to be a pain though at level 5.
Yeah, Ice is going to be a bigger pain at level 5. Unless he dips into
Oversee?
Volcano
Yeah.
and checks the armory really quick and gets out. That might be where to play.
Have we seen the canoe yet?
No, they don't have any
Nope.
way of getting there.
You can get the on rack. Well, you can get the Sky because you can hit up, or you can hit up Mirage Tower because there is a boat dock there. So
Yeah, this
Yeah.
might be one of those seeds where I just try to dip the top 5 of Earth and just see what I can get out of there. Just you need something better than a silver sword.
yeah, that's only going to carry you for so long. So, like, I mean, there's lots of options open to our runners. So it's going to come down more to routing than anything else at this point, I think. And whoever gets the luck of the draw. Mirage Sky, it's all the same place.
Yeah, but as crazy as it is, Mirage Floor 1 is probably an easy check too.
Yeah, the first 2 floors of Mirage would not be a bad check if you could get some good RNG. The only thing is they don't have a warp or an exit, so if you find something good, it's not getting in, it's getting out. That's the trick.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to get off the bottom floor than it is that second one. Where you have to swirl around that floor for half an hour.
But still, if they do find something in there, then the earlier that they know what they have to do, the better.
Yeah, so this is going to be even more of a seed of gambles than we were already anticipating it to be.
Yeah, someone's going to have to make the big, outstanding gamble, I think, in this one.
Yeah, and it
Who's
looks
going to
like
Marsh?
Oh no, is Tarnan actually going to Marsh?
No, he's going to go to Astos, see what the crown gives, I bet.
Oh, of course.
And the only thing about that axe is the hit rate on those axes are horrible. Like, I think the accuracy is, like, in the negatives.
It's not great.
They do more damage than swords, but the accuracy is just in the toilet.
It's not even okay.
And
No.
Edge is right. Astos is going to be a pretty big slog with 2 attackers and a silver sword.
I don't think we even have the silver sword. We just got Tarnin with the great axe.
I think he's going to see what it is. And if it's nothing good, I think we can see a reset.
No, we got an opal Cheerio.
That's going to be desirable.
Well, if they can go 1 for 1 here, should be okay. No.
Not after that. All right, Marsh.
Change of plans.
Marsh.
Oh, he's doing it.
Oh no.
So we have the route divergence. Falconic is gonna go for the front part of Earth, and Tarnan is just gonna go to Marsh because what else can you do? You just got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be. This could pay off for Tarnan, or this could really set him back if Falconic finds something good in Earth here.
Oh, Falconic's got to make it to Earth first. Just keeps running.
Yeah, I noticed.
Incredible walls.
Although we really haven't seen anything with any enemies with anything bad except for that stone touch right now. Oh, there's Dazzle. The ogres with some razzle dazzle.
All right, what do we got here? That's a good chunk of money. That is a mediocre chunk of money. And we got manticores on that tile, so that's pretty good for a mid-game grind.
Unrunnable cobras. That's not always good. Ooh, there's a muck. My arch nemesis.
And
Depending on how much HP those manticores have, they could be a good grind now.
Yeah, that's
I might want to take a swing at one and just see how much HP they really have.
Oh, the other thing,
if they're weak, and they can be. That's a big chunk.
I mean,
The only thing that's going to save these guys is that thief can actually run away from stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of 3 hits, 3 damages from manticores. So even if they have a decent amount of HP, you might be able to grind through that. But there's a light axe, and I think especially for Marsh Cave, you're going to want to walk that out.
Yeah, that'll be good for ice as well if you meet those big packs of images and rates and stuff. So that's a pretty big pickup right there. But he doesn't get many heal pots. He's only got 20, so he's gonna have to be careful with his resources. Could you take Astos with that?
I would try to get a couple levels out of here first, and then try again.
Is Astos undead?
No.
Astos isn't undead. It's just the hit rate on the light axe is a lot better.
Yeah, but any physical attack against Astos is pretty. Unless it's like one of the higher end swords, you're really not going to get much out of it. He's got massively high absorb.
We did see a 6 damage no crit off of the great axe though, so maybe Astos rolled a little bit on the low side.
Yeah, 6 damage. That would probably take you 40 to 50 shots. I think you could do it.
Just hold A, get that Cheerio.
And they go 1 for 1. Astos hits him for 1. He hits Astos for 1. It's whoever makes it. It's going to be a war of attrition. Bones McLaren.
Yep, that's not going to happen. All right.
Did he keep the light axe? Did he save on his way out?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he has it. He had to check to make sure.
All right. Round 2.
No, he's going to give it a go. I don't know about the hit rate, though. I'd be a little worried about this.
There's one damage.
Oh, and there's the slow.
There's an expert. Oh,
ooh, 70. There's a crit.
Crit for 70.
And Astos with sleep.
All right.
As long as Astos doesn't have anything nasty, he might actually make it out of here. But this is definitely going to be a war of attrition right here.
Another 18. More misses.
Sealy Faye.
Astos bringing out the magic ice too, almost bringing down Tarnan's party.
If that rolls around again before Astos can, before Tarnan can do the damage.
Oh, there's
healed.
No. That, yeah, just no butter there. Try something else.
Yeah, you're definitely not going there right now. Let's see what Falconic does here. He's in Crescent Lake. It's funny no one's actually going to give... You know, I'd be half tempted to check the Volcano Armory. Just to see if you don't come across something big.
Well, they can't get to the volcano yet.
Yeah, there's still canoe block.
Oh, that's right. Maybe the canoe was loose in marsh. Ooh. Spicy.
It could be.
Actually, I don't know. Can the canoe be loose?
No, the canoe absolutely can be loose.
Ooh, that'd be sweet. Keylock Marsh. One of these fest quests lead to the key.
Nobody's been to Anorak yet either.
No, exactly. And they do have the Oxy Ale, so the mermaids would be a bunch of chests if you could make it. Plus an incentivized item. So I think that would be on the radar.
Yeah. Mermaids could have key that leads to loose canoe and Keylock Marsh.
Looks like...
Checks out.
That or Sky, I think. The bulk... You gotta go where the bulk density of chests are. Because right now you're just looking for that loose. But I mean, you're also 2 melee attackers, no spells. What are the odds you getting to the mermaids and out at level 7?
Not very great.
Slim to none comes to mind.
Yeah, you got a thief. You're good.
Till he gets one shot by a stray water walking around, just swings the tail. Pack.
The seed doesn't care what ridiculous party you chose to roll.
You know, I think, but honest to God, I think I would dip the first floor of Mirage. It's an easy check, and it's a bulk density, and you could probably get in and out fairly easy if you do know the encounter table and there's a big run somewhere.
Yeah, there was a big run at the beginning, wasn't there?
I don't know. I haven't really seen these runners actually use the save scumming. I think you'd be better off going there than Mirage. There than C at this point in time. Oh yeah, Kazuka's with Stone Touch.
One soft potion. That's it.
That's all you need. Yeah, Tarnin would be well served to maybe go there because he does have that light axe. But it looks like he's heading for on-rack right now. Maybe a loose floater or a viable floater. Still need a canoe, so it doesn't
It's
matter.
one of those seeds where the runners are cursing right now that Zozo Melman isn't on.
So
Yeah,
they could
especially with
grind
a light
pirates.
axe.
Yeah, you just get 9 pirates. Oh no, not the Gurpy. Those guys are always huge.
Why are you even trying, Turnin? This isn't gonna happen.
Well, maybe.
Tap's pretty tough up there. Not that tough, but
Right, but this Gurpy probably has at least 300 HP.
Not that one.
Crab, you got that? It could roll low there going on.
Oh, here we go. Cheerio time. Falconic's got a silver sword. Estos don't care.
By the time to do enough damage, here comes heal tree.
Oh, there's a cube.
There's a cube for sale. Oh my word.
There's a cube for sale in Honorac.
That opens up all the sky. Looks like Turnin is making the mermaids.
All of Sky for that canoe to be loose in. Yeah.
Ooh, now Falconic's going down marsh.
Okay. Tarnin is just hanging this one up after one dive.
Unrunnable glare Gersharks. Yeah, that's not always a good thing. Unless he's going to try Sky. It looks like Mirage, he's going that way. How much was the cube? Does anybody know? Because I don't think he bought it.
About 32K.
Well, he can do the first 2 levels of Mirage here. If he's feeling froggy enough.
First one, definitely. Second one, getting it out is going to be a big problem.
You're going to fight the Tyro? Tarnin, you got to pick your battles a little bit better, buddy.
Tyro revenge. Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Tyro rolled super low.
You were right, Crab. It rolled low. But now he's short of
There was
Thief.
a power cycle. Yeah.
Oh, it's the first encounter off Power Cycle. I think
That's
Tarnin's hoping
pretty
to gain a
good.
couple levels here.
It's not a bad idea. Tarnin is pretty well stacked, so this is a pretty big breakthrough right here.
This may actually work.
Yeah. And,
nope. You don't want that encounter.
Yeah, that's one encounter you don't want to see. All right, Tarnin making the play, and we have Fallon, bottom of marsh. I don't know if he went top to find that light axe or not.
He did not go top. A lot of gold to help with the vendor item, but not much else.
His silver X.
Aegis shield would be good come class change.
Silver hat too.
Better than a wooden hat.
So did Falconic actually find anything in marsh? I really haven't been paying attention. Looks like he's heading back out though.
It looked like a bunch of money, and that was about it. I think the Tyro grind is coming again. Just if you could find a better weapon, it'll go much faster.
He's just got to get out of here first. So was that it? Is he going to just head out after he kills this Tyro?
Tarna doesn't really have the levels to probably get to any of the chests in Mirage 2, let alone get out with anything that you might find.
Yeah, it's just there's so many physical heavy hitters, and you only have 2 characters. You're really hard pressed to make it all the way up there.
Here's the Tyro grind.
The best idea we've seen yet.
Probably the best idea we'll ever see.
When in doubt, just eat steak, right?
Right.
Kind of tough
We're all
raw,
big and
though,
strong.
isn't it? Doesn't have no nuke or fire 3 to cook it, so. Oh, showed up with a friend.
Yeah, no room for wings.
Oh, looking for red meat only.
We join in on the Tyro spam here.
Tyro friend, not food?
Can only carry 100 pounds back to the boat.
So see what Volcano decided to do here. Is he gonna... Looks like he's heading south, so it looks like he might be heading towards Onrak himself.
Yeah, at this point, I think Tarnan's just going to hang around Tyro land until they feel confident enough to make that dive into sea.
I mean, you might as well. You got a bunch of cabins. I mean, grind till... Yeah, like you said, you feel either comfortable going back into Sky, or... Looks like he's going for second floor of Mirage here.
This is ambitious.
Looks like
There'll be
Falconic's
good
hot on his
information,
heels.
though.
Yeah, it's not diving in, it's diving out.
Yeah, there's just a lot of nasty multi-hit enemies up here, and the single-hit enemies in the form of the vampires, they always hit hard, too.
I mean, you could go check the trap tile, too. Might get lucky, see some eyes or something.
Oh gosh, if it was like a mage fighter tile or something. There's a
Ooh,
ribbon.
a ribbon. That'll help.
Yeah, I think I'm running that right out.
Absolutely.
Got a pro cape too, so shield slot for the thief.
And another 12,000 gold to go towards that cube.
Falconic doing the same thing.
Yeah, it looks like the Tyro grind is going here.
Nope, double ankle Cleo. Not so good.
Volcanic trying for a Tyro grind, it looks like, but not realizing it's the first encounter off hard reset. Oh, there, he'll find it now.
Ooh, and a blue dragon showed up again.
Yeah,
Is
there's
Tarnan going to go farther in, I wonder?
Oh, yeah, he ventured too far, and he's in a different encounter zone.
Yeah, the desert's basically split into what, 4?
At least. Yeah.
Looks like Tarnan. No, he thought about it, but nope. He's gonna get out of here. So where does this canoe lie?
Yeah, a lot of the nastier enemies that I was expecting to see just have not poked out yet. I was expecting to see a lot of multi-hit chimeras, the vampire packs, and it's been mostly a bunch of catmen, which are giving Falconic the business because he just doesn't have the levels.
No, Tarnin's got the level lead now after doing this grind, so he's probably going to feel pretty comfortable maybe heading into C, see if he can dig out the required item. But looks like he's going to do more of a grind here now.
Might as well get steak to go, right?
I mean, he's getting to the point where he could probably handle some wings as well.
All the restaurants are closed. Just grab it and go. Oh, this is a clench moment for Falconic. And there's a run failure, and that's going to do it. So big advantage for Tarnin, digging out a light axe, digging out a ribbon.
Doing some map strats.
Beacon in the GPS.
Looks like he's going to see. He's going to see what he can see in the sea.
Oh, there we go. Falconic checking one of the other encounter zones in the desert, finding the Tyro grind.
Yeah, so if he can take this down a couple of times. Or just run away. It's all good.
Oh,
Yeah, Falconic got a bunch of low rolls and maybe thinks that the Tyro is tougher than it actually is.
That's what I would be thinking.
So Tarnin's got his cube. Is he gonna go? Yeah, he's gonna go back in. Now the only thing about this is that second floor holds ghosts. You do have a light axe, but I just don't like your chances.
I think unrunnable anything in this zone is going to be pretty bad. I would not stop to check any of the other chests on this floor. Just beeline straight to the bottom.
Oh, Waters!
Waters with toxic.
Does have a ribbon though, so.
Yeah, ribbon on the ribbon and track shoes on the thief there.
The only reason the thief's still alive.
I mean, the thief's good to have alive. He can run with a ribbon, so. Here we go, mermaid check. Let's see if we get anything good. Come on, big stick.
Pro cape number 2.
That's a pro cape for each, so another death resistant at the moment.
No resistance for the pro cape, but absorb in the shield slot.
There it is.
There it is.
There's the canoe.
All right. Well, now you got the canoe. Enjoy walking in and out of waterfall.
Oh, that's gonna be just fun. 2 heal helmets. That'll be a big help as well. Be a little bit of healing for him. And a white shirt. Well, you need to take that.
Oh boy, I hope Tarnin remembers where all of these treasure chests are, because there's a pretty good chance of having to open these all again.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it out of here, I don't think.
You never know. As long as Tarnin can dodge the unrunnable.
Smart money says no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're Tarnin, once you get out with the canoe, you have
ordeals.
Essentially the entire game open to you. Where do you go first? Do you go to ordeals?
Yeah, you're right in the area. It's
or
close.
Maybe Volcano.
I'd do ordeals first because you're close and in the air. Oh, unrunnable ghost. Good night.
Oh no.
Well,
just as you predicted.
Try again.
But I can't see me going. Well, you could go waterfall with that light axe, because if you hit a bunch of mummies, you do have a chance.
Yeah, at this point, unrunnable anything just terrifies you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a lot of big bucks down there too, so.
Once you get the canoe out, waterfall might not be a bad idea to try.
Nah, I think you'd be butting your head out. What's he doing here now?
Dragon. Something that paid off. Or will in the future.
It's kind of an ambitious check.
A little bit.
I think he's in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's another reset.
Oh god, especially with those low rolls. Yeah. Just get up.
Gonna fight till the end, but it's gonna be
Well-
his end.
It's the end.
Yeah. Tapped out.
I'd almost be tempted to go back to that Tyro grind and just grind. Because the way that looks, the encounter table looks, you're not getting out of there with at least one unrunnable encounter. So
Yeah, it looks like there's 2
C
on
is
the
out.
floor, so
Can't do ordeals. We didn't grab the canoe. So Sky is basically the play. It is. C is the play right now. You need that canoe, but it's just when do you get comfortable enough to get in and out with it?
unless we're seeing second floor Earth get dived.
I
But
mean,
yeah, mermaids is the bottleneck right now, and I don't know.
you could
just keep
gamble.
trying it.
You could gamble on second floor, on like second and third floor Earth. There is some chests down there, but I don't know what. The only thing that maybe a Masmoon loose or something roaming around, but I don't know what else they could actually find that would help them at this point.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to class change before getting the canoe because there's no dock at the floater desert.
And I mean, unless you get a Thor's hammer, but that's a lightning 2 at best. Maybe pick up a black shirt somehow, get a nice 3, but there's not
Won't
really
help
a
you
whole
against
lot to help.
ghosts.
I don't even think another light axe would help at this point.
Yeah, those ghosts seem to rolled on the high end there.
Looks like Fal is going back to Earth, though.
Oh,
What's
giants
on the
check.
grind tile?
Nope.
Death. Well, at least he gets knowledge about what the waters have. Oh, and the Nagas with quad X.
Oh, okay.
Double
Well,
death.
all right. Well, good luck.
Yeah, that's not a grind tile you're going for anytime soon.
No, and seeing that has got to make you even more terrified of having to do anything in Sea Shrine.
Oh, Manticores with Frost. That might turn that grind off a little bit.
Well, if you got the ribbon, you feel a little better about it, but
Looks like it's all waters.
Our runners seem to be having a lot of the same ideas. They're currently both in first floor Earth, trying to check trap tiles and whatever treasure they can manage to scrounge out.
Well, like I said, they're probably looking for a good weapon like a Masmun. That's about the only thing that's going to save your hide right now. Because you can't use the X-Cal to class change, can't use the Vorpal to class change. I'm not sure if they can use the defense before class change, but I don't think.
No. No, it can be used to cast ruse, but not equipped. Which is a shame, because I think it's underrated as a weapon. It is
So we're
pretty good if
45
you can't
minutes
find
in.
an X-Cal.
So we're 45 minutes in. We've pretty much got Bupkis done. We know where the bottleneck is. Am I missing anything at this point?
Key?
yeah, at this point, where's the floater?
I think both of our runners are missing their internet connections at the moment.
Come on, guys, pay the bills.
Bleh.
Oh, everyone's forced to work from home, so we're getting a half-assed PowerPoint presentation of Earth Cave.
Hey, I don't have to work from home. I can't work from home.
Oh, is this the third floor check? Yep. Ambitious.
That's one word for it.
Yep, stun the thief.
And poison the thief.
And then punch the thief repeatedly. That's not
Blind the thief.
That's not a thief. That's Rasputin.
Ooh, unrunnable arachnids. They're not bad. They don't got nothing nasty yet.
No, it's just a large waste of time with no no AoE.
Yeah, I think the play of this seed, unfortunately, is to power cycle and see, and then just try to encounter manipulate your way through through that first and second floor. But
Get that canoe out, yeah.
Flame armor, that's a plus.
Yeah, that's a bonus if he can get out of here. Yeah, Crab. Yeah, canoe was waiting for us in the mermaid's floor, but I can't see anybody getting in and out anytime soon.
So who rolled the seed anyways? I'm sure some people would like to know where to file their complaints.
I don't know who rolled it, actually.
Oh, right. It looks like it was mutual friend of Falconic and Tarnan's, Lord Fizzlebeef, left front bumper himself, rolled this seed. So I'm sure the two of them will have some harsh words for him later, as they are both commiserating.
Not going anywhere for a while.
So desperation strats haven't paid off, so they're trying meme strats.
Oh, there's a pro ring, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, Tarnan putting the pro ring on the party member that already has the ribbon on, though.
All right, well, 2 more chests to check in this area. We'll see.
Yeah, they're essentially walking lockstep right now.
Oh boy, there's a vampire. It's a vampire that crits for 162. Ow.
Is this the first non-speed bump vampire?
Oh, well, maybe not, because you just got tapped for all that. And now you gotta walk all this out. Yeah, I don't know about this. I think you either grind tyros or you try to encounter manip those ghosts. You're kind of bottlenecked either way.
What are they trying to walk out other than a pro ring and some gold?
Whatever experience they got.
Okay.
The friends we made along the way. Oh, you gotta cut your way through spiders, dude.
Yeah, so with both of these runners electing not to take any magic casting classes, thus begins the long slog of a walk out of really anywhere they decide to go right now.
Yeah. And we were talking about waterfall being painful, but then we have third floor of Earth, which is quite possibly worse. Yeah, maybe we should go back and kill Astos now.
Oh, I forgot. Did neither of our runners do that yet?
Oh, they couldn't. They were doing the most we've seen was like 98 damage off of 2 crits.
All right, so at least one of them should be able to take care of Astos by now.
Yeah.
And that'll give them some the Opal bracelet, which will be some nice armor going forward. Well, so they both made it out. Falconic has not apparently had enough. Oh, and the Manticores don't just have frost, they also have damage poison.
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
No, definitely not.
Oh, are we gonna see the bottom of Marsh while we're at it? We do have a ribbon now. What was in Earth? A pro ring and money. How's it?
And flame armor, I believe.
Oh yeah, there was flame armor as well, which is gonna be kind of nice.
All right, so here, Tarnan, round 3.
Round 3, 3 for 37, and then there's slip.
So after all that, Astos not going much better than it was before.
Take 4. Oh, gosh. Oh, there's the expert on the ribbon holder. Oh, we did it.
Finally, the war of attrition is over.
The galaxy is at peace. The last opal bracelet is in captivity.
Yeah, but their canoe is still locked in Meridia.
This wouldn't be so bad if they had some power bombs.
No, it wouldn't.
All right, what's in the basement of Marsh?
Now, Tarna knows where the canoe is, where progression is. So this must be a dive, hoping for what, a Masamune?
Just anything. Second ribbon. Thorhammer, Mage Staff. Just something. Maybe a good tile in front of the vanilla crown chest.
We saw Falconic go to the vanilla crown chest, but it was during one of his PowerPoint moments. I don't remember what the trap tile was.
And Falconic has found some peeds, but they're impeding his progress.
Yeah, our chat seems to think that this is a bit of a veteran move, but the real veteran move would have been Falconic finding out how weak the Tyros were.
All right, so once again, a whole lot of nothing.
So just turn and take another whack at getting the canoe out, or maybe try to find something in Sky Cave. Falconic here insisting that we get at least 280 calories with every snack.
How many calories do you think a peed is worth anyway?
A peed?
Yeah.
Oh, they're at least 400. Yeah.
All right, so we've got Falk going with the solo peed grind sponsored by Snickers, and Tarnan may be headed back to sea. So while we have a moment, Meridian is one of the great developers of this randomizer. You got anything cool cooking up in beta or alpha?
Uh, you know what? Uh, I've been a little out of the loop as far as the development has has been going lately. I'm not entirely sure what people are cooking up in beta or alpha. Uh, I know that one new exciting thing that people have been uh, really going crazy over is this uh, deep dungeon mod that uh, that someone named Pink Puff developed. Um, I know that Pink Puff has since joined our Discord, and people have been people are very interested in trying to find some way to incorporate the deep dungeon feature into Final Fantasy Randomizer. Uh, and I know that Pink Puff has been active in the Discord, actively talking to developers, answering anyone's questions. So we'll just have to see if anyone decides to take up the reins on that project. But it would be it it's not a it wouldn't be a trivial project, but it's it's kind of the new hotness that a lot of people are talking about.
It sounds exciting. Is that kind of like an ancient cave style mod?
It is very much so. Uh, Forgive me if I get some of the details wrong. I haven't played a seed of it myself, but I believe it creates a essentially 50 floor random procedurally generated dungeon with just everything kind of in the way, like very, I guess, like rogue or NetHack style. And I'm sure anyone who's been following FFR for a while knows that a lot of the features that have been developed in the past little while have been inspired by roguelikes, like the tavern mode to be able to get new party members, and you know the randomized item magic, and it really just the core of the heart of randomizers as a whole kind of comes out of this whole, you know, basically this roguelike tradition where, you know, every time you boot up the game, it's different and you get a different experience, and everything is just generated. There's endless amounts of content for you.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of roguelike fans on the development team, and people have been doing a lot of good work in taking features that are inspired by that and adding them into the game. I think recently we've had a lot of people excited for the cursed and blessed weapons mod.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the newest flags that people have been running with a lot. Oh, forgive me, I can't remember who developed that feature. I'm normally on top of that kind of stuff, but um, yeah, the blurst weapons gives a random modifier between -5 and +5 to every piece of weapon and armor in the game. So you can uh, basically shuffles things up a bit, especially around the mid tier weapons, where if you find like something that you might normally not think about, like a coral sword, but it's +5, that has an extra 10 base damage now. So you may actually consider using it over something else that you find. Like your ice sword may be like a -2. So you have to rethink what the best weapon for a particular situation is.
Yeah, I've seen some seeds with minus Masmians and plus Sun Swords as well. So
Yeah.
you definitely have to be prepared to adapt. But just making those mid tier weapons that they're usually much maligned, making them useful. That adds a lot, I think, to the game.
So I've got to say, Tarnan has just successfully made it out of the sea shrine with the canoe.
Oh yeah, we did it. Now let's check out Waterfall. Oh.
We'll get the Ankylos in the way first.
Yeah, Tarnan is not gonna push their luck.
But one last thing about the blessed and cursed weapons is that's where a knowledge of the vanilla game can come in really handy, with not just the particular base damage of each weapon, but the crit rate and the accuracy of each weapon. Because if you've got most runners know how the weapons kind of stack up against each other when it comes to just their base stats. But when you start modifying their base damage, and certain weapons have much higher accuracy and hit percentage than others, you can kind of change the balance there, and it really gets you thinking and tests your memory about which weapons will end up being better in certain situations. Falconic is attempting Astos once again.
Yep. That Cheerio proving to be very elusive. And I think Falconic swapped weapons right now with the Silver Sword. So the Light Axe is proving to be a very, very lucrative pickup for Tarnan.
It only does one less damage than the Ice Sword, so it's when it hits, it does do decent damage.
So we have a bottle.
I believe that's our final fetch quest. Took us a while to get there.
So definitely gonna walk that out, and it looks like it's not too hard to run away from things in this area. The mud goals probably hit pretty hard, but as long as they don't ambush you with a full pack, you should be all right. I got whiz mummies as well. They're throwing glance around, but a light axe should do some work in this group.
These mummies rolled under. It looked like under 43 HP. The light axe just mowing through them.
Does the light axe also have a bonus versus undead when you just swing it normally?
No, I don't believe so. That's only the Sun Sword.
Okay.
I will double check just to make sure I'm not talking out of my rear here.
I mean, that's.
Oh, you know what? I am. It does do extra damage against undead.
Oh, that's cool.
I was completely wrong.
No, but I mean, it's like we going back to our discussion of cursed and blessed weapons before. There's just so much to know, and kind of that adds a nice wrinkle to it. Kind of thinking, all right, if it's a +4, where are my hit break points now? You know?
Yeah. Oh, Falconic with the meme that he's desperately trying to get to catch on, which is talking to Cope as opposed to the Hooray Dwarf.
It's just a coping mechanism.
It really is.
All right, so Tarnan is now cracking open a pretty sizable lead with digging this canoe out. This is the last lone bottleneck, and that ribbon and pro ring kind of helped. But we've got ordeals now, and Falconic is about to get turned into hamburger.
Yeah, but he's got to continue to try to get this canoe out. Every minute that he doesn't is just another minute that he's behind Tarnan. As Tarnan is just not having much trouble in ordeals here. I'm gonna end up with another incentivized check at the end of this.
There's a bunch of there's sorcerers with rub and squint, so that ain't death touch, but it's pretty close.
It isn't, but that thief is getting pretty good at running away.
All right, another attempt for Falconic. Tarnan picking up a wooden staff. Just really haven't been any. Yeah, other than that light axe, there really have not been any treasures to really crack the seed wide open.
No, there's a power staff, or the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staff, the most magical, non-magical item in the game.
Oh, there's the squint. We've got solo thief strats.
Will Bloodworth would be proud.
You only need one. All right, so that is a well-stocked thief, but what do you do if this is unrunnable?
So the power gauntlet.
Ordinarily this is one of those things that you're marginally excited about, but I think it's absolutely crucial in this scene.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So got ambushed by the trap tile, so it's definitely runnable. But
yeah, they're playing gator golf.
They're certainly taking a lot off of him, but Tarnan's thief manages to make it out. With that power gauntlet, now I suppose with that power gauntlet, that starts putting fiend kills on the table. Right? It really was not even an option before.
Yeah, you can definitely do some fiend kills now with the white shirt and the the white shirt and the power gauntlet. Just have your thief set up a little bit while the fighter gets buffed. But I'd be leery of going any further than carry.
Right now, Falconic's just continuing the attempt to get into the waterfall to claim what he doesn't know yet is the bottle. Oh, the mud golem's turning his fighter to stone, but manages to get away.
Oh, there's the gas dragon.
The elusive Group 8 encounter.
The Group 8's now getting shuffled in.
Yes. I am very sorry, everyone. They are finally getting sorted in.
All right. Hangry had to leave on short notice, so we're joined here now by Leggy Starscream. How you doing? Nope, still getting Discord set up, so.
Yeah, sorry about that. Audio is always a little fun times. So what we got going on here?
All right, so let me do a quick recap here. We've got fighter and thief only, so no magic. We have yet to find a spellcasting item outside of a light axe, which we found buried in the top floor of Marsh. All the fetch quest items showed up very, very early, but there was really nothing much to do because Canoe was located in sea, and there are a lot of nasty unrunnable encounters in sea. So Tarnan did a Tyro grind, and that seems to be the big difference in this seed.
Okay. So we found both key items. Looks like we're still hunting down a floater.
Yeah, so we have yet to see the floater. We have yet to see any of the two loose items. And
No, we
yeah.
did see one loose item, the crystal.
Oh, the crystal, right? Unless, well, Princess Sarah, I think, had the crystal.
Oh, then what was the loose item in? There was a loose item in Temple of Fiends, wasn't there?
We saw the loose canal, but there are two more.
Oh, maybe I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, the canal is loose in every single one of these, and then two other things are going to be somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused with a practice seed I was watching earlier. But
there's a loose tail.
Yeah, speaking of which, there is our first loose item, the tail.
Yeah,
an item
that's
that
critical.
It is going to be critical, where it's turning in the tail and promoting is going to be our runner's only access to magic.
Have we looked at what the magic is for the runners yet? Have they checked anything?
We have on the black magic side, we have lock at level 2, fast at level 3, and ice 3 at level 4. I don't know what's at 1, and I don't think anyone has checked the white magic.
Okay. Yeah, hearing that they have access to fast is really, really nice.
Did Volcanic forget that he saw the cube as a vendor item? Probably.
Might be looking for a soft potion if he doesn't have one.
Yeah, lugging that poor knight around. Meanwhile, Tarnan making pretty good progress through Volcano. Now with the around level 20, these and well armored, these encounters aren't nearly as scary.
Yeah, plus that tail is another extra 5% to XP and gold, so that's going to make some of the scaling a little bit easier.
Yeah, the only good fights that either of our runners have found is a fairly low HP Tyro off hard reset in the Ryukon Desert. But other than that, most of the trap tiles have been either garbage or way too dangerous.
Yeah, we have seen some of the nastier tiles that you can get. The Naga water tile, blocking everyone off, and in the Hall of Giants.
Yeah, that one was particularly nasty because the Nagas had Quad X and the Waters had Toxic, was it?
Yes.
So Tarnin's just blazing through Volcano here. While Falconic gives Team Poison sound effects just a little bit of happiness.
A quick shout out, right? And just gonna leave the gold Cheerio in there with only 2 party members. You don't really need it, and it feels a little awkward.
It does, but flame armor plus opal bracelet, pretty much all you need.
So we've got another Group 8 wandering around. This time we've got the Red Dragons.
Yeah, it's really nice to see those in after, God, how many years of them not showing up has it been?
Close to a year, I think. Yeah, when I originally did the formation shuffle, I had an off by 1 bug.
Which, you know,
in one of my link statements, which is I know it's easy to miss sometimes, but it was kind of embarrassing for me when I found it, being there for at least 10 months and preventing anyone from encountering Group 8 encounters. But I fixed it and everyone praised me for it, so hooray.
Yeah, and it does make for this little bit of extra hype for this tournament now that we have the Group 8 encounters back.
Yeah.
And after all, there are 3 extremely hard problems in computer science: naming things and off by 1 errors.
Very true.
Yeah, Tarnin gets the first major upgrade as far as weapons go. There was a sun sword tucked away in the upper right.
Oh,
and,
no.
This is not the tile you want to find, however.
It is not. Without
Oof.
magic, Tarnin's not going to be able to deal any damage to these, really. As painful as it sounds, this is probably a reset.
Yeah,
It also means that the red D chest is going to be inaccessible. So they'd better hope that no loose item landed there.
I guess the one saving grace is if you're in Tarnin shoes, Falconic is probably going to run into the same thing. So.
Yeah, this is really our first major route divergence. They were pretty much walking hand in hand for a while now. Now, Tarnin's continuing to go through Volcano while Falconic takes on ice and finds the golden trap tile.
That's no, not so much.
You love to see it. Though you don't love for them to just continuously put you to sleep and stun you. But once we get a ribbon or 2, this would be a great place to come back and do some grinding.
It's the golden trance tile.
I thought he had at least 1 ribbon.
I
know Tarnin has a ribbon.
Yeah, Tarnin got the ribbon out of the 2nd floor of Sky. I don't know if Falconic was able to dig that out.
Maybe not.
And the thief's just gonna punch the Sagoma. Just There's a boot.
Thief. Basically a discount black belt.
Very discount. It's hard to believe that Tarnan hasn't found a weapon that the thief can equip yet.
I mean, there is that katana. Now, granted, the thief can't equip that, but it's not nothing. Especially now that he has the tail.
Just where is that pesky floater hanging out?
At this point, I'm going to guess Lefane.
So, have we checked Castle Ordeals yet?
We have, and that turned out to be the bottle, correct?
No, opal bracelet.
Or Astos had the opal chariot. Hang on, somebody actually makes notes for us. Shout out to Danny, who does hard work behind the scenes.
Yeah, Astos in the Northwest Castle had the opal bracelet. The robot in the waterfall had the bottle.
Right.
Chad is saying that Ordeals was so bad.
All right, and that's going to be... Is that our first orblet? I think so. Power Gauntlet and Confuse the Wizard Staff, so good stuff. Now Tarnan is going to join Falconic in the dreaded Ice Cave.
Oh god, that's ghosts down in ice. That's gross.
Oh no! They rolled very high, too.
Oh god. At least the light axe is something.
Oh no. Now we've got drink strats going on, and I think that may have been the first ghost we've seen die all seed.
Oh gosh.
Oh no! Didn't get turn order. Back to square one. And that's been kind of the story of the seed so far. Just a lot of start overs.
I mean, that's the story of this party in general.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten to Topher yet. Well, somebody has Stone Touch as well.
Other than just the Kaizokus?
Or maybe it was, it could have been a glance.
Oh, okay.
But, Falconic's Thief got stoned in the back row. Yeah, that's true. Even though we don't have it enabled in this flag set, shuffling up the types of touch attacks is something that is possible in the beta randomizer.
Oof.
Ooh, that's no good.
Was that Death Touch or just that much damage out of those Frost Dragons?
I think that was Death Touch, because that is well, maybe.
Yep, that is straight up Death Touch.
Yeah, okay. Unrunnable Death Touch on a Group 8. Oh my god. This cave is the stuff of nightmares.
You really hate to see it.
All right. Well, there's some ice armor. That's usually good to pick up just in case you run into the opposite element's shield.
Well, I don't think
the-
Falconic picked up that fire armor that Tarnan did. So that may be a considerable upgrade for him.
Oh, we have stone poison, and Excal, and a rune sword, and wizards.
And a rod. Oof.
Oh boy.
Not the item they were hoping for.
No, it's not. Loose floater in sky. The dream is still alive.
It certainly is.
Oh, woof.
Hey, statistically, not terrible odds.
All right, Falconic makes it out.
Actually, what would probably be even worse is if Floater was loose in fourth floor of Earth, because well, the runners are definitely going to check the sky before they check fourth floor Earth.
Yeah, that's true. They have done. They've dug all of those chests out already.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What?
Oh no! Did Falconic not check that chest?
He couldn't get
I don't think
through it.
Falconic went back for it.
He was stunned to death.
Oh no! Oh, GG Tarnan, I'm.
I'm not. Don't call GG yet. They still gotta get through Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, but Falconic needs to go back there like yesterday.
Oh wow.
And of course, Tarnan needs to get lucky enough to get that thing all the way back out, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I do you just dive again for the other item, given, because I don't like taking another cycle through here to dig the rod out.
Yeah, especially with the exit right there.
It's so tempting, but you can't really afford to leave it behind. Like, it could be the key.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily even leave it behind. I might just walk out the door, save, and then go back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just hope.
Or I suppose with Floater, Tarnan could go promote. And is Warp one of the learnable spells? I guess we didn't see level 1 magic.
Yeah, we didn't see level 1 at all. Oh, jeez. That's a tile, too.
Yeah, and the other thing is, because Tarnan found the tail, she knows that both loose items are found. So she doesn't need to... She could have just left if she didn't want to take the risk going back down and diving.
Well, there's not too many encounters to beat now, so just really those Death Touch dragons are the only thing that's worrisome up here.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got Wraiths with the damage poison, but all right, out. And Tarnan has just cracked the seed wide open. Post-promotion, Excal in hand, Katana in hand. Things are going to get a lot less hard.
Yeah, this is going to snowball very quickly for Tarnin.
And good news is Falconic is about to find the tail. The bad news is not going to use it for a while.
Not going in the air for a while?
Well, I mean, appropriate, right? How many fires have we seen?
So here's the question. If you're Tarnin, what do you do once you get in the air besides go around and get all that extra magic? Oh, once you promote.
I don't know. If you feel like you're a little bit ahead, maybe dig Cardia out to try to find a second ribbon.
Yeah, or go Lefane, see if it's the key.
I mean, even if it's not the key, the Thor hammer would be pretty darn useful right here.
Oh, right. We also have the bottle turn-in, which turn-in is surely going to check.
Pro rings for sale.
Is that even randomized?
A little bit.
So yeah, lots of good gear about to show up. Tarnin also digging the dragon armor out of second floor mermaid's route in Sea Shrine.
Okay, so the fairies got our hammer today, so I think that means every other key item location is acquired.
I mean, that's useful, but it's something that they would have preferred to see an hour ago, certainly.
Indeed.
All right, so Tarnin is going for the cardia checks. Second light axe, also.
Ooh, and a black shirt. You know, if only they can find the equipment slot to put it on one of their living characters.
Yeah, armor always trickier than weapon slots. So Thor hammer extremely valuable. And Falconic is about to pick up their Sun Sword. Yeah.
Tarnin's knight is about to pick up the Excalibur.
Yeah, this is such a big boost as far as equipment goes. And I guess Tarnin did not pick up the dragon armor, or just couldn't sneak it out of sea. And Falconic runs into the Iron Gulls.
And this has the appropriate reaction to running into Iron Gulls and Volcano.
Oh no! Are we in this for the long haul? Because there's a white shirt out there, so.
I don't know. They're not regenerating, so I mean, if they don't have any damage magic, well, they do. They have cremate. So
Oh, okay.
Well,
abort.
at the very least, this fight won't last 40 minutes.
the true final boss.
There's paralysis. Okay.
Falconic sitting next to the volcano, considering his life choices, wondering where it all went wrong.
Kicking a rock into the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, those B-side forced encounters can be pretty nasty sometimes. On average, they're a bit stronger and a bit more valuable, but that also means they're a little bit tougher.
So here we go. The trip to Lifin.
Oh, okay, that was Death Touch. The Zombles.
That was Glare.
That was Glare?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
I misread that.
Yeah, Death
No
Touch
worries.
on the on the unrunnable frost dragons in Ice Cave. Floater may not have been in the Red D chest Elastoid, but it was in a pretty bad chest anyway.
I'm just curious what Falconic's play is, because he can either go back for the Red D chest and the other Agama chest, or he can go and see what's behind the multi-eye tile.
Or left side of Sea Shrine.
Oh God. I
The
hope for
cube,
his sake
the
he
cube
doesn't
was
do
also
that.
the cube was also for sale, right? So it could technically be floater in sky.
Oh, as far as Falconic knows, yeah.
Yeah, it's this is just bad news bears for Falconic.
So Falconic, despite putting up an SOS on the screen, absolutely understood what he was in for. And we have to keep in mind that he did actively ask for this.
And on the other side of the coin, the thing that's really, really biting him is something that could happen to anyone with this flag set. You know, with those two loose items, you really have to be careful about orphaning chests until you've seen them both.
Yeah, that is interesting that ultimately what's going to end up costing him so much time is something that could happen to anyone with any party composition. Oh, wait, he is going back into ice.
Yeah.
I guess he has a better memory than I do. I would have forgot about that immediately.
Oh, coming to Sky seems to be a pretty good move for Tarnan. There are a lot of there's a lot of good enemies that get downed by physical attacks pretty quickly, and especially on this next floor. So sometimes I would run a 2-man strat with a double fighter party, but now with thief fixes and the katana, that's just as good. But where is that second ribbon? That is that seems to be very important for Tarnan.
Yeah, well, there's two more. It's fairly likely that one will be come across.
Oh,
The defense.
that's pretty good.
One of those other essential pickups, like the power gauntlet, for this party.
Yeah,
without access to magic, we were saying from the beginning, the power gauntlet and the defense sword are going to be absolute requirements for getting through Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, and with that defense sword, I would probably open these last couple of chests in Sky just because they're here and they're easy to get to. But after this, I wouldn't open a single box.
Yeah, and I think this is a good move by Tarnan. Take this fight, even if they were hitting you pretty hard. It's just such good experience.
Yeah, especially on a single character. They're swinging for about a healing potion a pop, but it's not that big of the end of the world.
Totally worth it. And with Power Gauntlet and Defense Sword, T-Mat's definitely doable.
Heck, at this point, if Tarnan really wanted to, she could just solo the rest of the game with this knight.
Oh, double fighter!
Hey,
It just keeps getting better.
she's not a trap tile, but certainly worth it when you can find it.
Oh, that is a big whiz vamp.
It is. Lucky for Tarnan, it's alone.
Yeah, 3-pack would not be pleasant to deal with. Yeah, I think this is another just good whole day fight.
Manicor's had something. Oh, they had damage poison, right?
Yeah, it was behind Frost in the skill tree, so with one party member, not too bad.
Tarnan's certainly gaining a lot of experience on this third floor.
Yeah, what are
that's,
the breakpoints for next Cal again?
29 has 5 hits.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And that knight just hit 27.
oh no, they're really evasive.
And unrunnable.
There's really nothing you can do except hold A. Just coming back all the way up here is kind of a non-starter.
At least when they do hit, they hit for 1 damage, but certainly a waste of time.
Well, there's 28.
There you go, only 1 more to go.
Yeah, Thorhammer check. Defense. There we go. Got to take out some insurance. The way this seed's been going, you're gonna run into Warmech on the bridge.
God. That would be a fight for the ages.
All right, bunch of fire hydrants throwing sleep out there, but this is another whole day in collect experience fight.
I don't know, if you're Tarnan and you encounter Warmech, would that be a really great thing or a really horrible thing? I suppose it depends on Warmech's stats.
You don't know until that first nuke comes out.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. There's 29.
There you go. 5 hits with the X-Cal.
Oh, nice run to close this out, too.
All right, Tiamat, let's go.
Was that 3 for 54? So 2 defenses, even 1 defense. That should be good enough.
Yeah, this will be fine. Tiamat did roll over 1,000 HP, but luckily she wasn't packing anything dangerous.
Yeah, and that, it looked bad when the thief died, but that really worked out in Tarnan's favor. Oh no, no heal potions. I think they're probably available in Honorek, though. But it's time to pick up all that magic.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be beautiful.
We'll finally get to see what's in Black Magic level 1. Oh, and White Magic, period.
Cure 4 on the night.
Oh, wow.
So we have Cure 4, Power Gauntlet, Defense Sword. Looking pretty good for Tarnan right now.
It certainly is.
I think this was the spell level that had Lock.
Lock 2, as our wonderful tracker Danny3883 has noted down for us.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny.
Excellent.
Oh, there's level 1 Fade and Invis too. And Saber and Lock 2. There's a lot of good utility in these levels. I think the only thing that we're missing out is Temper.
Yeah.
Temper, maybe a life spell. Although Temper's not going to be as valuable as Fast.
Yeah, just with the cap being at 4.
I mean, it would be nice for a particularly tricky fight to be able to double buff. But yeah, I definitely agree.
And heal 2 for good measure.
I mean, what else are you going to use those charges for?
It looks like we're not getting access to any life spells this seed, though.
Nah, but Brack and Ice 3 were sitting at level 4, and any AoE is pretty good to pick up. But yeah, Tarnan just in the driver's seat now.
I suppose you definitely want to pick up the Ice 3 in the event that you run into a large pack of waters on the water floor of Topher.
Or hell,
those were not very kind. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No worries. Or even, who knows if that Gas Dragon pack is going to be unrunnable.
We did find the Group 8 single gas dragon in Waterfall was runnable, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if the gas dragon encounter in Topher is the B side of that.
I'm not sure if it's the B side, but it's definitely a different encounter.
So both of our runners returning to Earth right now. The only difference is Tarnan is going to be able to go mode this, whereas Falconic, I don't think has all of the information that Tarnan has.
I mean, Falconic has the tail and the floater, so those are both the loose items. Unless he's digging for equipment, he can just go.
Oh, thank you, Sealy Faye in chat saying that the gas dragon encounter is in fact in Topher is in fact the B side of the one that we saw that was runnable.
Got it. All right, and let's see how much of a pushover Lich is today.
The usual.
Yep, exactly the amount I expected.
All right, so Tarnan leaving the worst for last. Now only needs to light the water orb.
He's getting the few free chests out of Northwest Castle, and given that there's 2 forced encounter tiles here, I do actually really like this play. Bad men aren't great of a grind, but they aren't the worst, which is why they're only bad men and not the worst men. Yeah, I'm not sure what levels Tarnan had when she promoted, but having all 4 charges on the night is nice, and I imagine both of our runners are going to grind up till both of their characters have all 4 charges each.
Yeah, if Tarnan's ninja doesn't have 4 charges by now, well, it certainly will soon. I guess Tarnan is deciding to grind these bad men. I suppose with Fade it's not too bad, but there really haven't been
fairly quickly.
There really haven't been great options for grind tiles. I mean, even that 3-eye encounter, the eyes had some nasty abilities.
Not to mention the pain in the butt it takes to get there and then out.
Right. Without warp or exit. there is that Tyro off a power cycle, but because
I
of
think-
the decent run that they get off power cycle, it's not very
Mhm.
expedient to grind them.
Yeah, and with all of the fade charges that Tarnin's able to throw around, that felt like a pretty fast grind. Falconic picking up his Toga Party key.
All right, so as we saw before, the encounters that you can get in Sea Shrine have not been particularly nice this seed, and were absolutely devastating for this party at lower levels. But Tarner should certainly have an easier time with these now.
Yeah, when you're turning around and one-shotting the Gersharks and the Big Eyes, you're definitely feeling a lot better. But unrunnable ghosts, you hate to see it. Even with 2 light axes.
Yeah, and they did not go down to a single light axe last time.
And they punch as hard as ghosts usually do, which is always great. Oof. Yep. Tarnin instantly resetting once her knight goes down.
Yeah, could it be that this party still isn't tough enough to make it through Sea Shrine?
Ooh, Falconic going for the locked Topher chests. Let's see what we got here. Sadly, it's just a bunch of red bones, but if that had been a decent grind tile, that would have been a really good pickup.
It would have been. Falconic must be looking for. I believe he has the power gauntlet. Maybe the defense sword, or
Defense
NASA?
sword, Masa, a ribbon. Our runners have like a lot of the equipment they need, but not all of it. Tarnin leaving the Vorpal in the box.
As it deserves.
Yeah, with scaling like this, you really don't need that the ridiculous crit rate that the Vorpal provides.
There, Falconic finds the second ribbon in
Yeah.
Keylock Dwarfs.
So if Tarnin does go check dwarves. It's not the worst play. It is, 8 chests. It's a bit of a walk, though, without exit. But hooray! Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray!
That is the appropriate number of times to talk to the Hooray Dwarf. I dare say the intended number of times. All right, so the last fiend here for Tarnan.
Yeah, Kraken's swinging for a lot of hits, but not a lot of damage.
No.
So Tarnan's throwing up a couple defense stacks to soften those up a bit.
You gotta love to see that when Kraken attacks you for 1 damage. Twice in a row.
I just love seeing it when Kraken hits for 7 hits and does less damage than my 2.
Yeah. Alright, so there we go. Tarnan's got all 4 orbs lit.
And the question is, does Tarnan go for another grind somewhere, or is it just a beeline into Topher? I imagine it's all dependent on how behind Tarnan feels right now.
I suppose, because I can see the justification either way. I mean, on the one hand, you have just about all the equipment you could hope for, minus maybe a Massa, and you certainly feel ready for Topher, but some of those Sea Shrine encounters are would be nagging me in the back of my mind, saying, I'm still easily able to go down to an unlucky, unrunnable encounter. So,
and if carry 2 proves troublesome, you might not have the resources to get through those and all the way down to Kraken 2.
True. Volcanic running into the unrunnable ghosts. Let's see if he fares any better. It doesn't look like he's going to.
Yeah, Tarnan checking the key-locked Temple of Fiends chests.
Well, Tarnan may not have found a second ribbon yet.
Tarnan has not found the second ribbon yet. And I totally understand making that play. They are greedy chests, but at 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 18 seconds, Tarnan is our first runner to enter the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
And immediately greeted by the door stoppers. 2 large worms.
With a non-trivial amount of hit points and poison touch. Oof. Good experience off that.
Yeah. Luckily, low absorb. So they died quickly. Alright, so nothing worrisome from the Phantom Trap tile.
Copper glove and just some cash from our validation chests.
I'm hoping to get lucky to find ribbed in one of those 2 validation chests, but it's not happening today.
Yeah, at this point, there's only one more chest that I'd even stop to think about, and it's the one just south of where the Carry 2 fight is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's fairly free. A lot of the tiles along the way are non-encounter tiles. So, with this party, I mean, it wouldn't be a horrible move to make to check it.
Yeah, especially if you're just looking for, like, okay, I just need, like, that one Massa or, that second ribbon just to make sure that my party can take on the rest of Topher.
Yeah.
I don't hate it as a play, but I also totally understand that, grabbing a random chest is fairly low odds to be anything impactful.
It is. I guess it'll say something about Tarna's level of fear and paranoia.
Precisely.
based on what has been encountered thus far in this seed.
All right, here we go. Just got to get away from this Earth encounter, and we'll see what Lich 2 is packing today. Not many hit points. But it looks like Falconic has lit up the tilt sign.
Oh, someone must have smacked him just a little too hard. It's gonna be sad to see him lose his marbles, but...
Hey, you have to have them to lose them.
Good point. So here's carry 2. Moderate amount of absorb.
Yeah, and a fair bit of outcoming swinging damage.
Yeah, 7 hits.
Whew. Yeah, if that fighter gets another swing of that... Luckily, it doesn't, but that could have been bad.
That could have been very bad. That's a very lucky victory for Tarnan.
Gets through, onto the water floor. I know we all get our Bless RNGs out for Warbeck, but can we get Bless RNGs out for not garbage encounters?
I don't know if it works that way. I think you can only pray to the RNG gods for bad things to happen, can't you?
I mean, Warbeck is arguably a good thing.
Not usually when people are wishing for it.
Yeah, Elasto pointed out that Tarnan used the Cure 4 to bring the knight all the way back up, as opposed to using the heal potions. And when you're down that much HP, where your heal 4 is, where your Cure 4, is going to give you back like 600 to 700 HP, that's almost worth it, no matter how many charges you have, just for the sheer amount of heal pods you're saving.
Oh, it certainly is, and the time saved. Here's the encounter that I'm sure after encountering this in the Hall of Giants in Earth, Tarnan was hoping to not get to encounter. These waters... Oh, Tarnan manages to get away.
Yeah, luckily that thing was runnable.
Oh, okay. It was not in Earth, I don't believe.
Huh. I think there's 2 very similar formations of those.
There must be. But like we saw, the waters have slow, they have toxic. That ribbon is certainly pulling its weight.
Indeed.
Deflecting slows and sleeps and quad X's and oh my. Oh, Falconic's ninja just downed to a rogue glare from a Gershark.
Oof.
As
That sucks.
As Tarnan encounters Kraken 2 coming out with nuke.
Luckily, Kraken 2 manages to low roll on Tarnan's party. Fire 3 comes out. Does a fair bit to the ninja, but we'll see what we've got swinging back. 10 hits. Didn't look like that much damage, though.
No, 133. Certainly low as Kraken continues to give Tarnan a little bit more time. Oh, but slow 2 hits on the knight.
And
Tarnan
Tarnan's only down to...
Has to burn their last 2 fast spells.
Yeah, so the question is whether or not she'll use the fast on Tiamat 2, or whether or not she'll save it for Chaos. Personally, I'd try and save it for Chaos, but we'll see how things go.
I would too, but I'm trying to think of that. It's risky either way. It's not a decision you want to have to make.
Yeah, no, you want to have your fast charges for these two final feeds in particular.
Yeah.
Okay, swings out with the katana. Gets punched for a lot in response. But luckily gets a defense up. Probably going to go for a Cure 4 this turn. Yep. Looks to be saving the fast charge for Chaos.
Oh, but Tiamat has fast.
Throws out
if that knight
all
can
the
get
lock
evade
charges.
capped, if that knight can get evade capped, Turner's going to have a much easier time here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tiamat is evasive as hell. And Tarnin's having to blow through all of her lock charges just to be able to land hits. Oof!
Oh no, there goes Tarnin's ninja.
Luckily, Tiamat 2 goes down.
So, whether she intended it or not, there goes the fast charge.
Yeah. Use it or lose it, there went the fast.
Fortunately, lost it.
Well, I think we saw Cure 4 off of one of the Fiends earlier. Or am I just totally losing my mind?
I don't recall seeing Cure 4 on one of
Okay, I might be
Fiends,
getting
no.
confused with a scene I was practicing earlier.
That's okay. When I also confused a practice scene I was watching earlier for this. I thought there was a loose crystal in Temple of Fiends, but no, that was a practice scene I saw someone playing earlier.
Yeah, no. Thinking back on it, I think we have not seen Cure 4 from the Fiends. Hopefully, it's not on Chaos.
I mean, this spring tournament is amazing for anyone who's a fan of FFR. There's so many matches to watch, but the other problem is there's so many matches to watch. They can start to all blend together.
Indeed. Chaos opens with Rub, giving Tarnin a free turn to set up a defense stack. Chaos goes punching, 3 hits, 145 damage. There's the third defense. The fighter is capped. Chaos throws out a nuke, followed by a Bane. Going for power bonks. Oh, there is Cure 4. Okay, let's go,
no,
gamers.
Our worst fears.
Luckily, as long as Chaos decides to punch, we're fine. 4 hits for almost 200 damage. There's plenty of room to get a bonk out. Tarnin Cure 4ing at 380 HP just to make sure that we're safe from that nuke.
So this may come down to RNG, how spell happy versus melee happy Chaos is.
2 hits for 20 damage. That's not great. Oh, there's another nuke.
It's wrapped around. So Cure 4 is coming up next. Oh no, Bane.
Yeah, we might have another. There's the Cure 4. So there will be another nuke coming soon.
And I mean, if you're Tarnin, you don't reset out of this. You gotta at least try to push through this.
Yeah.
Daunting as it may be, Chaos showing he has an ability. Ink followed by Inferno.
All right.
And Lit 2 all doing not very much damage.
Yeah, Tarnin trying to scout for a RNG loop. Not quite finding one yet.
No, they are tricky to come across.
Yeah. They feel sweet when you pull them off, though.
Oh, they certainly do. Tarnin's doing decent damage to Chaos now. But...
And takes Chaos down!
GG Tarnin. finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 21 minutes, 20 seconds, while Falconic is trying to wipe his mind of the seed, apparently, trying to format his brain with the NTFS file system.
As you do.
Well, what else are you going to pick? EXT4?
Yep, we had the Hedgehog's revenge.
And Falconic has officially forfeited. Which... Which, judging by the various messages that Falconic has popped up on his screen over the seed, I'm not surprised in at all.
Yeah, this is a rough party to run, even in optimal situations. And while I managed to miss the first half of it, it looked like there was definitely some brutal parts going down through it. But we are joined by Falconic himself. Well fought, friend. Well fought.
I need a shower. Thank you.
I mean,
that sucked. That was not fun at all.
yeah, I only got here for the back half about the time that y'all were doing Volcano and Ice Cave. So what happened?
Well, we did this party last year, and it wasn't anywhere near this bad. We had done, I think, 4 or 5 practices apiece with Fighter Thief, just for the fun of it. And we both kind of came together and were like, the practices we ran, were they a lot easier than you thought they'd be? And we both kind of agreed that, yeah, it was much easier. So we did it last year, and I think we finished in like an hour 40. Like we cleared well faster than we thought we would. And then we took a break. I think he hasn't played in a few months. I haven't played in a few months. And we just came back and tried to do this party again. And it just wasn't as forgiving. The encounter table was one of the worst I think I've seen in ever.
Yeah.
No item magic.
None. Anywhere.
And then you guys all saw I went to ice and ran right face first into dance party or trance party eyes. And wouldn't you know it, of course, that's the chest. That had
Did you run into the unrunnable iron gulls on Agama tile?
Yeah, I tried fighting them. That didn't work out so well.
Yeah, 4 hits, 4 damage was my result on that.
Yeah. GG. I'm excited for game 3.
I'm excited for game 3 as well. When do you think that'll be? Brackets or next year?
So that's next year. I'm not making brackets this year.
So, hey everybody, how was it to watch? Because that... Alright, I gotta say, regardless of our party, that seed was garbage, right?
It was horrible. I really had no fun on this one at all.
It was troll after troll after troll after troll. Like, I wiped again on C when I went back to kill Kraken when I had like level 37 knight.
With the ghosts or somebody else?
To the ghosts.
Yeah.
And Shark Glare took out my ninja. Did you ever find a second ribbon?
Yes, I did. I found a second ribbon in Dwarf Cave.
Oh, Dwarf Locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the one out of Sky. I saw it and died, so I only had one ribbon.
So...
I found Mazmoon. Did you find Mazza?
No, where was it?
Kraken side, the southeast room on Sharknado floor.
I'm like, okay, I need a ribbon. I should take the time. And then I'm like, no, this has been a comedy of errors. Volcanic's really good. He's probably all about done.
Oh, no, I only got 2 orbs. You smoked me on this one.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I said, it was just the perfect cap to the day that I've had, but no excuses. You destroyed me on this one.
How long did it take you to get Canoe?
Long time. I don't think I had Canoe until like over an hour.
Oh, it was well over an hour. Yeah. I was up there. I saw the Canoe. I could not get out. I then left. I full cleared what I could of Earth. I went and full cleared Marsh. I full cleared what I could of Sky. and then I reset ground Tyros up to 19.
Tyros were killable early. I tried them. I was hitting for like 4 damage.
Yeah.
If you only would have lasted one more turn, you would have seen how weak they were.
Did you have a light axe by then?
Yeah, I did. It just wasn't hitting. I kept missing so much this seed.
We were on axes for like most of the seed, and axes have terrible accuracy, right?
Well, I bought a silver sword at the start.
Okay. I
did
wanted
good,
to. I
but-
had it in my mind the whole time, and then I'm like, I never had the 2.5k at the time that I was near. Where was that, Canaria?
Yeah, it was Canary.
Yeah.
I even was looking for Tyros because I had made my way up to Sky just thinking, I don't think Tarnan would do this. And there's 2 floors worth of a bunch of chests.
Yep.
And I kept running into Tyro Wyvern. I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to take both of them. And then I fought the one Tyro and I couldn't beat him. So
When I say power cycle grinding, I mean like if I saw a Tyro Wyvern, I threw it away. Like it was the whole thing. And they were only in the southern half of the desert as the first encounter. And no, the thing that made me want to go to Sky, you're right, that's not a play I normally would have done. I had the light axe, and I'm like, okay, if one of the first 3 encounters is a vampire pack, and they rolled low on hit points, which I guess I could have known from the one in Earth, but whatever. Maybe I'd be able to like grind vampire packs, but then they were nowhere towards the beginning of the table.
How quick were you flying?
Never.
No.
Super late. Yeah.
Anyways, it's always fun to race you.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know, Tarn and I are really good friends.
Yeah, we
We've hung
go.
out for 2-3 years now, so it's always fun to play him, and he got his revenge.
Part of the point of this is like, back when you were running challenge seeds, I loved them. I ran every one, and like, so if we're gonna race, it has to be a challenge seed, right?
Yeah. Well, GG.
Yeah, GG, man.
So, do you regret the choices you made?
Wait, which choice? Choices in game or the fighter? No,
I
the
regret
party. Specifically the party. I'm curious about.
no, not at all.
Just like, signing up for this tournament in general.
Signing up for the tournament, maybe.
I regret letting Fizzle roll the seed.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, no, that was the best part.
I regret a number of choices I made in the game, but no, I don't regret going Fighter Thief None. It's what we did last year when we got paired up, and it was a 20-some, 30-second difference in winning. It was a really good narrative-rich game. Like, I wiped in Sky, and you barely got through, and then we were both on Chaos at the same time, and you got through them faster. Like, since we rolled each other round 1. Like, it had to be a rematch. And I mean, you guys saw on the pairing party, like, the second we were paired, I'm like, we have to do it, and Falconic agreed immediately.
No.
Oh, I understand.
regret it.
I just don't agree.
So I got a practice in last night with Fighter Thief None, and I finished in 132. So like, it's the seed. This seed was hot garbage. Like, it was just troll after troll, and every time I thought, oh, I've gotten through this roadblock, there was a new troll. Like, it was impressively bad.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna delete this one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go back and revisit. This will not be one that I go back to revisit.
Topher wasn't pleasant either, just in case you were wondering.
With that encounter table, it couldn't have been.
Yeah, and the ice dragons that that had death touch, with the sharks that had glare. There was ambush Naga 6 water packs that just kept attacking me. I ran into 3 or 4 of them on water floor.
Oh, I never saw Death Touch.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I fought quite a few of those dragons too.
Yeah, they had death touch.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you. They death touched me in ice. They death touched me in. Did they death touch me in Topher? I don't think they did. No. Badman had really low hit points. They were fadeable. That's interesting.
Yeah, I had just picked up Fade, went to sea, and then you got done, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
It's over. The pain.
the sweet release of ending. Ugh. Yeah, so, yeah, no Meridian, I don't regret it.
Anyway, thank you both so much for putting on such a great show.
Thanks. I hope the viewers enjoyed it. I didn't join chat, so viewers, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we
Yep,
did have a
thanks
little
for
bit of
commentating.
we did have a little bit of musical chairs in the commentary.
Yeah,
Hangry Canuck had to leave, and then Edgeworth had to leave, and thankfully Leggy Starscream selflessly volunteered to
jump in.
When I saw
fight.
what match was looking for people, there was no way I was saying no.
It's like, yeah, I told y'all I tried to get it done in sub 3. I got there sub 3, just not a whole lot sub 3. All right, cool. Anything else?
Not for me. Thanks for jumping in, guys, and commentating. Tarnin, thanks again. Looking forward to next year.
Absolutely. Thanks, Volcano. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for being a partner along this whole FFR journey over the last 3 years. Thanks for everything. And thanks for being a cool opponent.
Thanks, man.
Oh, and thank you for the stress relief in SRL chat. You have no idea how much that did to make me stop panicking.
Good. Anything to make you finish faster, so I can.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so I guess that pretty much wraps it up. Leggy, do you have any final thoughts?
Mages are good. Take one.
But yeah, that's why we couldn't take one because
I promise
I could
you.
not agree more. Take a freaking mage.
Leggy and Meridian.
Yes.
I promise you, next week you will see plenty of mages in my party.
Oh
Yeah.
God. No, you're
Plenty
gonna
of mages.
issue the melee characters.
Plenty of mages.
Yeah, all mages. I
Falconic,
know.
if we get paired up, all mage party, let's do this.
That's exactly what I was just getting at.
I love it. I love it.
White, none.
Hey, in this scene,
No.
that would have probably been a better party.
Yeah,
I
with
mean, I don't know
Fade,
how
yes,
you-
it would have.
I don't know how you would have gotten through Topher, but you'd at least have had Fade. Man, the I'm sorry, I know we're winding down. The Thor hammer being, incentive, I thought, okay, well, we'll at least get it eventually. But no, it was the second to last one. It was the one that it's like, okay, mathematically we're at 50-50. At least I just won't get the Thor hammer at all. And then, of course, that's what the second to last one that I got was.
You sure we're knocking out those fetch quests at the beginning of the game, though?
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, this is so jetty. We've got 30 fetch quests done in the first 15 minutes. This, if the loose, we don't have any duds yet until Astos gave the dud. Oh my gosh. Did you wipe to Astos? I wiped to Astos.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I came and went,
Came back and died again, and then left and came back and finally got through.
Dude, the only reason that I even got 2 orbs before you finished is because when I was doing Volcano, I'd already wiped an ice to the eyes and cleared everything else except for that. And I was in Volcano, and I was like, 2 years ago, I was racing X Ice Blue, and I lost to him by 3 minutes. And it just so happened it was in a seed where those 6 chests in ice had the floater, but it was guarded by a trap tile that was just dangerous. So I was like, what are the odds that one of the chests that I skipped would be the floater? And then that made me think back to last weekend when I played Caleb and I skipped 3 chests that had the floater. So I went back there and it had the floater. So that's the only reason I had any chance of catching up to you at all.
Yeah,
was because I skipped it and decided to go back instead of checking the rest of the world.
I had a similar thing. I always skip Squiggle Left in Volcano. And I'm like, nah, I can't skip it this time. And so I went and of course it was 32 gold.
All right. Well, you guys have
Yes,
been
it is.
commentating for 2.5 hours, so I won't keep you guys. Thank you everyone for showing up.
Yeah, thank you not only to our runners and obviously to Leggy for stepping in on comms and Edge and Canuck for starting comms in this match, and certainly our wonderful tracker Danny3883 for tracking. Huge thanks to Speed Gaming for just all the support that they've given us hosting so many of our matches during this extremely busy spring tournament. In fact, coming up on this very channel, Speed Gaming 5, in 20 minutes, we've got Rumblefish82 versus Asher1611. That's going to be calmed by Caleb and Grigglypuff and tracked by the never sleeping Danny3883 yet again. So stick around for more Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Danny is a machine, custom built to be the best tracker in the world.
She absolutely is. So I suppose from all of us here in FFR land, we will see you again another match.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Later, all.